So we're looking at question 3, part A. Determine the equation in the form of y equals mx plus b for the lines passing through each pair of points. So we have A, which is a 0.08 and a 0.43. Okay, and we're trying to find an equation of the line that passes through those points. So the way you do it is, first you'd find the slope. The slope is equal to rise over run, which is equal to y2 minus y1, if you remember the formula, x2 minus x1. And that's equal to, these are the y values, 8 and 3. So 3 minus 8, and the x values are 4 and 0, 4 minus 0, which is equal to minus 5 over, write that minus correctly, over 4. So we have the slope, and in the format of y equals mx plus b, you have m equals negative 5 over 4. Okay, now what's b? How do we find b? Well, the trick is, because we know now that we have a value, y, we can look at this point right here, 0 and 8. And in that, for that point, for point, 4.08, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 8, and at any given point on the line, m equals negative 5 over 4. So we can substitute. We have m, we have y, and we have x. We don't have b. So we can substitute all these values to find our missing b. So how do we do that? We say y is 8 equals negative 5 over 4 and times x, which is 0, plus b. When this is multiplied by 0 is actually 0, so b actually equals to 8. So we have the equation of the line, we have b, we have m, so y equals negative 5 over 4, x plus 8. And that's the equation of our line. And we can follow the same thing for 3b. For 3b, we pass through the points minus 3, 13, and 2, minus 2. And we follow the same method. Okay, so we have m equals rise over run. I'm going to say 13 minus 2. Now, it doesn't matter. This could be 0.1 or 0.2. It's very random or arbitrary. This could have easily been P2 and P1, which would make it X2 and X and Y2 and X1 and Y1. It doesn't matter what you do first, just as long as you're consistent. So we start here, 13 and minus 2. And then we do the run for the x values, which is minus 3 minus 2. And we're left with 13 plus 2. And we have, what's this, 3 minus 5. So in other words, we have 15 over negative 5, which is equal to negative 3. So m
equals negative 3. Okay, so we take in our values. We have y equals mx plus b. Once again, we have to know b. We know x. We know an x value. We're going to use this point right there. We know m and we know y. So y is equal to negative 2 right here. And m is equal to negative 3. And x is equal to 2 plus b. So what are we left with? We're left with minus 2 equals minus 6. Let's make it, my b's look like 6s. Plus b. Now my b's look like a 10. Okay, so what are we left with? We're left with minus 2 plus 6 equals b, or b equals 4, in which case I have m and I have b of my equation. So I have y equals minus 3x plus 4 is my answer. Okay, finally we have points. We have the following points. 4, I'm just writing it here for a second. 4, negative 1, and 12 and 9. 12, 9. And I'm just going to do something to move it. I'm going to cut it. Oops. I'm going to cut and paste it. Cut. And I'm going to move it down here. Oops. How can I do that? Paste it. And we're going to do this last one, which is a point passing through. Once again, we're going to get y equals mx plus b. We are going to use our slope. M is equal to rise over run, or let's do it again. y1 minus y2 and x1 minus x2. Whoops. And that's equal to, it really doesn't matter what I use first. So let's just start here. 9 minus negative 1 over 12, take away 4, which is equal to 10 over 8. Now I can simplify, and I can divide by 2. Divide by 2 both sides, and m is equal to 5 over 4. M equals 5 over 4. Okay, and then we can just substitute. So substituting into y equals mx plus b, we are left with, oh, what happened? Scrolled up. Okay, we're going to use this point right here. So y is equal to negative 1 equals 5 over 4, and x is equal to 4 plus b. Okay, so this 4 crosses out because it multiplied. Minus 1 equals 5 plus b. And so b ends up equaling to, move this over there, so minus 6. That does not look too similar. Minus 6 equals b. My b's and 6's look so similar. It's okay. So let's move on. I have m, I have b. The equation of my line is y equals 5 over 4 mx plus b, which is minus 6. And this minus 6 turns into a plus. So y equals 5 over 4. Sorry, did I say minus 6 turns into a plus? I meant to say just turns into minus 6. And that's the equation of my line.